Alrighty, I think we're on. So, what I wanted to do, I know a few of us are using MyFitnessPal now, and I wanted to give you a quick rundown on how to use it. Okay, I'm using the laptop just so I can record it for you and you have a better understanding. You might want to jump onto your computer and set it up using the laptop just so it's the same. If not, it's still pretty easy to do on the phone. Once you have it set up on the laptop, though, I suggest you go back to using the phone because you can use the barcode scanner and things like that. And so, for most of us, this calorie goal is going to be based off our BMR, our basal metabolic rate, which we can find on the bottom right hand side of our scans that we have complete. Okay, so we've spoken about it before, and generally what I'd prefer all of you guys to do, and I know I've given some of you your numbers, is to start with your basal metabolic rate as your calorie goal and hit the macronutrients required that I've given to you within that calorie goal, and then we can adjust it, increasing calories, decreasing calories, depending on your training days and things like that. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will give you your numbers that you should be hitting if you do want to use this method. I do recommend it just so you get a good idea of where you're at. A lot of us have lost body fat now and started building muscle. We can get and achieve those goals by just changing the quality of our foods. But if we want to get a little bit more specific, lose a little bit more body fat, get a little bit more ripped, or increase our training performance, then we need to look into it with a little bit more finer detail. So, first thing you need to do is set up your calorie goals. So what we do, and this is the same on the phone, you go up to goals and you come down to daily nutritional goals. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to enter the number that I've given you. For example, it might be 1750. And then generally we've spoken about your body weight for protein. So we've said that with most of us, we want to be about 1.5 to 2 times your body weight in protein. So say you're a guy, your body weight's 70 kgs, then we can come down here and we can adjust this accordingly. Okay, as you've seen, I've now got over my percentage, so something has to drop. And generally, what I've said to everyone is that we want to get our protein and our fat as accurate as possible. Carbohydrates is the things that we least worry about at this stage. So we adjust it here based on the numbers that I've given you. We save those changes and then we're good to go and good to start tracking our food. What we then do is we go up the top and we go into our food and it comes up with breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks. Okay, and it starts to equate it down the bottom here. It tells you how much you have remaining. So especially if you don't like eating the same thing day in, day out, this is very important. So if you track your breakfast, you enter it in, you track your lunch, you can then go into it and see what you have remaining, and that'll tell you what you should have for your dinner. So say it comes down and it's told you that you've had your 153 grams of carbohydrates, you've got 20 grams of fat left and 30 grams of protein, then you know that you're going to have something like 100 grams of chicken breast or steak, and then you're going to make up your fats with either some olive oils or some eggs or some avocado, some nuts and things like that, and that you should avoid carbohydrates because we've already hit our goal. All right, so it's a good way. You just look back through it throughout the day and it helps you know what you should be eating for your next meal. So let's say I want to add breakfast. I come across into the breakfast. And because I've been sitting here and I've been scanning my foods and entering them for a long period of time now, a lot of them are stored in there. So usually after you've set yourself up for what you've got for the week, you just got to go through and click what you want to have. All right, it has recent, it has frequent, it has your foods, it also has meals that you may have created along the way. So if I know I'm having something, so like my meal prep once was mince and sweet potato, I've actually created a recipe within MyFitnessPal, and all I have to do is go in and click it. It's got the serving size, everything like that. If not, and you're having, some deli meat or something and you can't find it, the easiest way I've found, and I hope it works now, is that you go like Coles deli ham. And it'll come up with a whole heap of options. All right. So a lot of Coles and Woolworths foods are in there. So if you're like, oh, I had ham on my sandwich today, but I don't know the brand of it. Look, generally it's going to be pretty similar, and all you have to do is punch Coles into it. Same with, if I had a banana, I'll just go Coles banana. Search that and it comes up with whatever's in there. So then I click on it. And then I can adjust the servings too, guys. So, I might have had, so it's saying one serving's 15 grams. I might have had 2 of those. Well, and you just add it. It also will show you the nutritional information, which this is really important, and I want you to start looking at. Okay, so with 2 of those, it's got 46 grams of carbohydrates. So if we go back and let's just say add that to the diary. So now it's taken 46 grams off my total, and it tells me that I've got 107 left. It's also taken 2 grams of fat and 2 grams of protein off. All right, and it gives you a really good understanding of foods. So I know a lot of you are struggling with what's protein, what should I eat? What's carbohydrates? Fruit's good. Yes, fruit's good, but it also has a lot of carbohydrates. So if you're having a lot of fruit throughout the day and then you're still having your breads and your rices and stuff like that, you're going to blow out big time. All right, but it just, using this system educates you on what's in foods. All right, it's really simple. So I go to my lunch, I might go Coles, might have sweet potato, okay, and I go add checked, and we go down the bottom here. Okay, now I've had, almost half my carbohydrate intake, and I've only had 21 grams of protein. So you can see now by lunch, things aren't looking that good. I've still got to get another 130 grams of protein. I'm going to have to adjust that tomorrow, okay? Because I really don't think with, one meal and a snack left that I'm going to hit that. And obviously with the dinner and the snack left, I'm probably going to blow out on my carbohydrates. All right, so these are the things we need to address. So it's really simple. Add food. If you don't know what it is, just search it, whether it's from Aldi, from Coles. Make sure when you've found it that you adjust the quantity size, add it to your diary. Right, now, if you want to make a recipe, it's really simple. So generally what I will do is if I do my food shop on Sunday, this is when I'll create my recipe. Okay, because what I will do is I'll scan all the barcodes. All right, so let's just say I'm making chicken brown rice. Okay, that's what I'm going to call it. And I know that I'm making enough to have one meal every day. Okay, I'm going to add all the ingredients, but I want MyFitnessPal to turn it into 5 servings. Now, with the using my phone method to create this, you'll have a barcode so you can scan it in. So what we might do is might go, I haven't used the laptop for this before, chicken breast, see if it matches. Okay, so it's got 2 chicken breast fillets there. So it's a little bit different on this one, but that's the basic idea of it. So I think must have made a teriyaki. Yeah. So here's a good one. So I made a teriyaki beef stir fry. I added all the ingredients. So as you can see, it's got 500 grams of beef strips. It's got some teriyaki and sesame sauce. And it's got 250 grams of stir fry veggies. All right, I've made it into 5 servings, so it's 200 calories per serve, and it tells me the macronutrient breakdown. So it's got 15 grams of carbohydrates, 24 grams of protein, and 4 grams of fat. Now, obviously, I'd add that with a cup of rice or something like that. So it's really simple to use. Then when I go back to my diary and I go add lunch, the recipe's in there. So all I have to do is tick it, add it, and it comes off. So it really isn't that hard to use. Once you start adding all your foods into the mix, then realistically it's just going in and checking it and adding it to your diary for that day. Once you start scanning things, once you start searching things, anything that you add to that diary is then saved in there. Creating a recipe is really simple. Like I said, get your food shopping, put it out on the kitchen bench before you start cooking it. You got 50 grams of mince there, you got your packaged stir-fry veggies, you've got your sauce. Scan each one. Okay, whether you're making 10 servings or 5 servings, add it in and it does all the calculations for you. All you have to do is go in throughout the week and add it to your diary. Another good way of doing it and I know I think maybe people like Katrina and a couple of others do it, is they'll actually go through on a Sunday and add everything in for the day that they're going to have and see how close they are to their macronutrients and their calories, and then they can adjust it before the week starts as well. And then that way they don't have to track it every day if they're having the same thing. They just do it one day on Sunday. Yep, that works. As long as I eat that every day for this week with my lunches and dinners and everything prepped as well, then I've got nothing to worry about. All right, it really is simple, guys, and it makes it more accurate now. Some of us are at that point where we need the accuracy. We need to go a little bit more specific because we've been doing whole foods. We've lost body fat. We've built lean muscle. Some of us are happy. Some of us want to take it to that next level. Some of us are training like athletes. Some of us are getting more into that high intensity stuff every day. And you really need to do this to help ensure you're fueling your training. Now, if you haven't got macronutrients, you haven't got your calorie goals, please message me. I will get them to you. It's not an issue at all. If you have any more questions, send me through a text. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, if not, I'll do it again. All right, thanks guys. Bye.